Welcome to another episode of Pixel Perfect Gaming. This week we've got Alex back with us once again. He hasn't guested with us since probably episode 4, give or take. I don't remember. I didn't look. But he's back once again as a guest star, and we're going to talk about video games. We're going to talk about cats, and Pat's going to fuck up the outro, so check that out.
Perfect.
Hello everybody, welcome to episode 31 of Pixel Perfect Gaming. I am Chris.
And I'm Pat, as usual.
And
But today,
I'm Alex.
We got him.
Jumping right in.
I love that we planned how we were going to do it and everything.
First returning guest. Ooh, big deal. Big money, no whammies.
Yeah, I guess you could say things are getting pretty serious.
Yeah, he's actually invested in the podcast. He is a stock owner now.
Put a down payment on our episodes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'd be happy to sell shares to anybody interested. So just hit me up if you want to buy some stock.
So, Alex, how you been, buddy? How are things?
Good. Everything's fine. I know I haven't been on here since like episode 4, but not much has changed except the weather and the seasons. Everything's good. My cat Ness is doing good. Since I was on episode 4, we got a dog, and he's pretty dope.
Sega, right?
Yep, his name's Sega.
Good name.
Yeah, we liked it. My wife actually came up with it. It was pretty awesome. But
You're like, yes, enable me.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was pretty much exactly what it was. And yeah, I'm very happy about it. But yeah, everything's good. I don't really have any major life updates. I mean, I'm not dying and I'm not sick, so everything's good.
Well, hey, congratulations on those things.
Hey, you know what?
It's pretty important.
Matters. It counts for something. Oh, and actually, before we jump in, now I remembered 2 things. Number 1, I know I'm late to the party, but I wanted to say, if you declaw your cat, fuck you. Shout out to New York. Number 2,
Hey.
Number 2, I'm really, really glad that you guys, what do I want to say? Got more invested with swearing and cursing, because dude, the first time I was on here, I was really treading lightly, like really trying hard not to curse or anything, and then like as I listened to the episodes go on and on, I'm like, all right, now we're dropping F-bombs.
Yeah, I think that first one I dropped, it was just like, well,
Chris broke the barrier. I don't remember what happened, but he was heated about something and said, he was like, and you fuck you or so. I was like, oh yes.
Oh, I remember. I remember listening to the first time it happened. I was like, oh, there it was. Like, it wasn't gonna be me. It wasn't gonna be me. So, just glad it wasn't.
Yeah, that definitely did it. On the topic of declawing, now granted, there are medical reasons to declaw, though they are few and very, very far between. So if you have to declaw for that reason, okay, that's fair, I guess. But then Massachusetts, I haven't heard any updates with what they're doing, but they're also now trying to pass it in West Virginia. They're trying to get it banned there now.
That's awesome.
That's great. Hopefully, within our lifetime, it'll just be nationally banned.
Honestly, I'm surprised it's like 3 states strong almost already, just after New York. I'm pretty surprised.
Yeah, I know we like briefly mentioned it in like the chat discussion before, but Denver has it, but it's only the city of Denver. Like Colorado, pretty much anywhere outside of Denver, you can still do it.
So
one of those like regional bans that they've got a couple regional kind of bans in California too for different counties and stuff like that. But yeah, it's kind of interesting that they do that.
Now it's illegal to do it within Denver, but so, you know, you go down the road to, I don't know, some other fucking Denver place and you declaw it there. I'm assuming there's no penalty for coming back to Denver with your declawed cat and being like, hey, loophole motherfuckers, gotcha. Like,
yeah, not at all. It's like it's not there's no penalty whatsoever. But I mean, it's a start.
Yeah, it's certainly better than nothing at all.
Yeah. I agree. At least it's somewhere. And hopefully it'll start bleeding out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I feel pretty good about it because from what I read when the law went to, I think it was the governor or whatever, that of New York that had to sign it, like the day that it landed on his desk, he signed it and was like, "Yep, it's a law." It was like by the afternoon when it landed on his desk, he's like, "Yep, I'm just going to approve of that." And there we go.
He's like, "What's this? No decline? Cool. Great. Sounds good."
Yeah. I was like, I kind of expected that to sit there and then nothing happen or get thrown out, but nope.
Yeah, usually if it sits there for so long, it just automatically doesn't pass. But that's all it takes, man. Like usually it's, that's how it always is. Just all it takes is one state to really start the motion.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
You'll know that we are making headway with it whenever we land Texas.
That 100% correct.
All right. Whenever we land the Wild West, that's when we got it.
That's what it takes now, huh?
Yeah. Once those gun-toting 10-gallon hat-wearing guys are saying, "Nope, I don't want to be declawing my cat," that's when we know, you know what? Maybe we are really going somewhere.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. That's it for me.
Great. What about you, Chris? How's that mouth?
It's it's had better days. It's had better days. So I got my wisdom teeth out last week. It was fine. I remember the IV and that hurt like a bitch. I didn't like that. But everything else was fine. It went okay. I've managed to throw off. I'm dying now. I've managed to throw off my medicine schedule, which is kind of shitty at the moment. So I was supposed to take pills at 2 today. Completely worked right through it, forgot about it. And I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night in pain. So I basically have to wait until 10.
Ugh. That's rough.
Ooh.
Yeah. So now I'm at the stage where I have to do the whole syringe thing and clean every time I eat. And so eating is just obnoxious. So I've decided I'm just not going to eat anymore. I'm over it. I'm not doing it.
This is a fasting period in my life now.
Yeah, it's not worth it. I've decided to just move past it.
No, I think you answered this before, but I don't remember. Were you knocked out for it, or were you just local anesthetic?
No, I was completely under for it. So I just remember the IV. I remember that's actually all I got. That's all I remember.
They stuck you in there like count backwards from 10, and then
they didn't even say that. They're like, it's going to take about 30 seconds and you'll start to feel a little, and then I don't remember anything else. I remember waking up and I had an iced macchiato and I was like, where did I get this? And I was like, this is nice. And I struggled to drink it and was like, I don't want it. And then honestly, now that I think back on it, I don't remember anything else from that day. I don't know what else happened.
Now, question, your diet. Does an iced macchiato with it having milk in it, does that go against your?
Typically, yes. Typically, it's not something I would normally drink. I mean,
extenuating
90% of the time, 90% of the. Well, it's honestly, I've just been like, fuck everything else I normally eat. I'm eating what I want, and I've gotten to the point that I'm like, I need to reel it back in a little bit. So normally if I drink coffee, it's just black coffee. I don't put cream or sugar in it or anything like that. But, they put you on the whole soft thing, the soft food thing for, I think it was like 2 or 3 days I was on it. And I was just eating like sweet potato mash and then mashed potatoes. And I had ice cream. And then I just ended up living off ice cream all weekend. I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to eat ice cream because I can. It's what I do.
Britt lived off those like baby food fruit packs for like a week and a half. Like she could have stopped sooner, but I think part of her was just like, no, this is fucking great. Why would I stop? So it went on a little longer.
After I finished like almost one thing of ice cream and Liz ended up bringing home another, I was like, hold on, I need to fucking stop. What is happening here? Like I'm eating way too much sugar. This is ridiculous.
She's just letting it happen.
Yeah, she's just like, I love having this much ice cream in the house. I'm like, this is bullshit. We need to get this stuff out.
She's like, I missed it so much. She's just taking advantage of the moment.
Basically, she brought
You
more
in your
She
weakness.
brought
Put
more
her on
ice
the
cream
mic.
home today. Yeah.
Put her on the mic. We need to talk with her
No.
about this.
No. Don't encourage her behavior.
Oh man. So I want to touch on the caramel macchiato again really quick here. Could you do it with your diet limitations that you've set for yourself? Could you do it with a soy milk or like a coconut milk or?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't. I really just drink black coffee because that's what I prefer. So I don't know.
But caramel macchiatos are dope.
I mean, I do remember really enjoying that one. I do. I think I drank it the next day, and I was like, "This is fucking amazing. This is the best thing." So I really had a good time with it. But then again, I may have still been high. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Did you say any like weird, stupid, funny shit whenever you came out drugged up?
My understanding is I mumbled a lot. That's what I was told. I had a lot of mumbles to say. I was trying to talk, but no one understood anything I said. And I was basically just like, well, that's not much different than my normal day to day anyway. So here we are.
Great. Good.
I mean, that's how I feel it is at work. I mumble to people all day, and they're just like, "Well, we get it. Do what you need to do." And I'm like, "Perfect."
Price and hotel. Like, yep. Makes sense.
We're gonna do some things. All right. Well, I guess do it. I don't know. That's what we pay you for.
Perfect. Great. Well, I'm glad to hear it went well. Glad to hear that you're recovering totally fine. Because like I
got a new
told you
mouse.
before, it did not go that way for Britt.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that one that freaks me out because trypophobia.
Yeah, the one that has all the holes, the honeycomb pattern all over it. Even on the bottom of it, it's just honeycomb pattern all over it.
Yeah, don't like it. But you like it from what you told me?
Yeah, I mean, it surprised me. So it's the Glorious Model O, which the white one looks really good, but I went with the black one because I figured it would look disgusting in a matter of weeks. And
matte black or glossy black?
Matte black. I don't like the glossy black. That looked gross. So I went with that, and I knew it was a light mouse in the sense of weight, but I couldn't comprehend it until I actually took it out and moved it, and I was like, oh shit, and I like almost put my fist through a monitor, and I'm like, ooh, tone it down.
So did it live up to expectations, exceed, or fall a little short?
It's good. I really like it, actually. I think it's really well made. I think the only thing I miss is there's some functionality with my previous mouse, like horizontal scrolling, that I do kind of miss. But I can live without it, so it's not that big a deal.
Not a big deal?
I can live without it. It'll be okay. What about you, Pat?
Life updates from last week. Nothing's really changed. We got placed in our new division for the league tournament. Just this morning at like fucking 3 a.m.
Yeah, because last week was the finals, which we didn't even fucking know about until all of a sudden it was over.
Yeah, so but we're gonna be starting the next one soon, and our team has been replaced into a division. So the original plan, which I had talked about with support and was given the go ahead and said, yes, that is what we will do, was
Jesus.
everyone, you know where this is going. Everyone would swap to different roles that they aren't comfortable in, and we would stay within the same division. Because we trounced our way through the division. We fucking didn't drop a single game. Even in the best of 3 series, we didn't drop a single game. So we're like, we'll swap to positions we're not so great at, try to round ourselves out, stay in that division, because then it should still be competitive for us with being in off roles. Because we might be in that gray area where we crush this division, but the next one up we might get slapped in. So let's do that. And I talked with them. They're like, yeah, cool. That sounds totally fine. We should be able to do that. Get placed today. And the divisions have just arbitrary names to them that do not tell you whatsoever, the skill level within it. It's like, we're in division BBB1. And whenever I started going through some of the people in it and looking them up on op.gg, the first guy I looked up was Plat 4. So for people that don't play League, it has a ranking system, and it starts at Iron. and it has 4 divisions within iron. And then it goes to bronze, again 4 divisions, and so on up through silver, gold, plat, and yada yada. So my team consists of low gold and mid to high silver. And now this division is average high gold, low plat.
Yikes.
Right? And so I message support, and like we've already been, not necessarily locked in, but I'm going to air quotes locked in here to our off roll. So I messaged support and was like, hey, what's going on here?
You fucked us.
Yeah, I'm like,
no, and they're like, you fucked yourselves.
Yeah. It's like, we had talked about that plan, and like I still had the whole chat history. I was ready to fucking screenshot shit if needed. And they were like, yo, you're totally right. Sorry. We'll drop you a division. And then I was like, well, hang on. I know some people on my team are like, want that extra hard competition and maybe go back to original roles just to see how we do. Let me talk with my team quick. And this is the part that irritated me, right? Because they messed up. And I just wanted to know, like, did we have the option of going down? And they were trying to force us to go down now. Mm-hmm. They're like, yeah, we'll drop you. And I was like, well, like, give me, like, can I talk to my team tonight? We're going to have a little get together practice tonight since it's our normal game night. We don't have a game. Oh, that voice crack. Edit that out. Since it's our normal game night and we don't have a game. So, I'll talk to them then. We'll talk it out and see what we want to do. And they're like, nah, we're just going to drop it down. And I was like, well, I don't want to make this call for the whole team if, now that we're in this position, they want to stay in it, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah, but we need to move you now. Like the placement team wants to move you now because they're going to have to talk to other teams and move somebody up to take your place. So they want to do it now. I'm like, well, fuck. Can I at least have like 10 minutes to try to get as many responses as I can? And they're like, yep, hurry the fuck up. So I had to like text our group chat, and then there was only 3 of us talking, and it ended up voting 2 to staying and 1 to dropping down. So we're actually staying in the division, and we are going to...
Did you vote to drop down?
I voted to stay.
Did you? Oh, okay.
I voted to stay under the pretense of we'll stay in the division. We will do 1 match with the swapped roles, and we'll see how it goes. If we get totally obliterated and smacked around, then we'll swap back to what we were and see how we fare. But if it doesn't go that badly, then we'll just, we'll just continue as is, or still swap around, whatever. But let's try it out. It's just one thing, and you're more likely to grow from having tougher competition than you are from putting yourself in a bad spot. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. First game is going to be next week.
Well, I, for one, cannot wait to watch these matches.
Dude, it's going to be fucking night and day from before.
I know. I've been watching not every single match, but I've watched more than half of your matches, and there's a little piece of me that's just been waiting and waiting and waiting for you to lose, so I could like really quick here on the stream, like fuck, and then like hear it cut off right at the end, and then you're like, I mean, it went all right.
I mean, yeah, I hope for more competitive. I don't know. I don't want to sound pompous or anything, but we did. We fucking steamrolled through them. I think out of all the matches, only 2 of them. One of them actually being our very last game, did we play on the back foot at any point. So, I would like more competitive games because those are normally more fun, but...
Yeah, that makes sense. Your matches were actually pretty quick, in my opinion. I thought they went pretty quickly, at least from watching them.
No, yeah, they did. I think most of our game times were like mid 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty goddamn quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. Is it going to be at the same time, or are you able to move the time for the next season of it?
Still waiting to hear that, but I believe it's going to be at the same time, because I think the one guy in our team, that's the only time he can consistently make.
Is that the West Coast guy, like one of the West Coast guys?
Almost. He's almost. He's like the time zone before it. Which one is that? Mountain time.
Gotcha.
So we'll see how that goes. And that's really it. Everything else in my life's the fucking same.
That's the only thing that's happened since then, huh?
Yeah.
That's funny. I finished 2 games since last week.
Oh yeah, the bloody one. Blood.
Blood?
Yeah. That's the name of my new game, actually.
Are you talking about Bloodstain, the game that Alex and I were talking about today? No, I've finished that one a while ago. No, I finished Dragon Quest and that Detroit Becoming Hero game.
Human
Hero. Detroit Becoming. I mean, I felt like a hero, kind of.
Alex, who do you think you are coming onto our podcast, correcting us?
No, it's so that he could splice. Like he could splice the word human that I said just right over.
I'm just gonna edit it together. It's not gonna sound any different at all. It's gonna be fine. No problem.
Great. Well, then good call, buddy. I commend you.
Ridiculous. So, Alex, what have you been playing since you joined? Since the last time you've been on?
I've played a whole bunch of stuff, like just miscellaneous stuff. But lately, I've been playing, as you all know, well and good, old school RuneScape. We don't really need to go into that. I've been playing a lot of Bloodstained, which I know you just mentioned it, but it is a sick game. I absolutely love it. I'm really hooked on it. I've been playing Super Mario Maker 2 on the Switch. And like multiplayer, I've been playing Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which I know is like a living meme, but my friends and I play it together and we have a good time.
Cool. What would you think is what do you consider your game of the year so far from what you've played?
Easily hands down Resident Evil 2.
Cool.
Easily. Yeah. I think
that's what we talked about when you were on the first
I know. I was gonna say it's funny because the last time I was here we talked about it a little bit about before it coming out. So I guess it's sort of a review, but I think they did a fantastic job with it. And shout out to anybody who would argue this, because I've had this discussion with like 2 people. It's definitely a remake and not a remaster. Like a remake, it's a remake because the developers took the basic structure and the story of the game and morphed it into an entirely new game, but using the same, basic design principles. It's a reinterpretation, but a whole new game. Anyway, it's a great game.
People argue that it's a remaster instead of a remake?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard people call it a remaster, which I'm not like a stickler for it, but I'm like, we get into the discussion. I'm like, yeah, it's totally a remake. And then people are like, there's no difference. I'm like, there is a difference. Like, I'm not that guy, but I'm kind of that guy. Like, there's a huge difference between a remaster and a remake. So if anybody out there can't differentiate, better look it up, because there is a difference. But it's a great game. Pays homage back to the roots. Kept all the core stuff. There's definitely a couple cons, but I think they're pretty slim compared to what the pros are.
I never finished it.
Bro. All right, I never played Last of Us.
Yeah, I think I got a couple hours into it and I was just like, yeah, this is fun. And then something else took my attention and that was that. And that's just how it's been. I don't even think it's installed on my computer anymore.
I get like that all the time. I don't know what it was. I mean, we talked about this last time. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. And I just think they did an absolutely fantastic job with it.
Is there anything good that you're looking forward to that's coming out?
So things that I'm looking forward to playing, a couple of these are already out, but I just haven't played them yet because I'm a pleb. But Hitman 2 is on my list. I really want to play that. I'm a huge Hitman fan. And I really want to play Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. I really want to play that. I haven't played it yet. It's on my list. Upcoming games that are not out yet, as far as I know, anyway, that I really want to play. Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening for sure. Death Stranding. I'm waiting for the responses, but I'm sure you'll get to that. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Borderlands for sure. Borderlands. Luigi's Mansion 3. Yeah, it's not even out yet. You just know it's going to be that good.
Yeah, and I will never, even if it's garbage, I won't admit it.
Of course, not even if there was a fire.
Not even if it's fire.
Luigi's Mansion 3, the new Ghost Recon game, and here it is, the new Call of Duty. I'll admit, I think it looks pretty damn good compared to like what Call of Duty has been pumping out in the last couple of years.
The COD 4 remake?
we don't need to go there.
The Modern Warfare remake?
But it's not. Well, it's kind of a remake.
The
I haven't even
redo?
looked at it.
It's
The
like
do-over?
it's like a reboot / remake. It's not the
Buddy.
same story though. So you could call it a reboot.
Why? They might as well make. They could just make everything the fucking same, and it'll be great.
Dude, I know. I always joke to people. I'm like, I'm really just stoked to play a Call of Duty where we're using like normal guns, like not muskets, not old school double barrel shotguns, and not lasers. So like I'm, just a happy middle, just current weapons, M4s and AKs. That's all we need.
Yeah, and not fucking grappling from tree
Yeah,
to
not
tree
running
and
up
shit.
the wall. I know. That's what I mean. Like it looks much better than what they've been pumping out in recent years. But I drank the Kool-Aid, so we'll see what happens.
No, I've been bit by that too many times with them. They don't get my money anymore. Too many times have I gone down that road. And
Well, they have declared that there's no season pass.
yeah,
All DLC will. Yeah, I know, and trust me, I know. We'll see how it goes.
The 200 hours or so I've lost and been like, oh, what I would do with that now if I just didn't give it to them, those bastards.
The 200. You're like that guy on Steam that has like the top review where it's like 400 hours played, and you're like, it's meh.
Basically, yeah. Couldn't do it. Yeah, that's a lot to look forward to. I don't look forward to half of those, honestly.
And that's okay.
I mean, I've wanted to play Sekiro Shadows Die twice, but I don't want to put myself in a frustrated frenzy, so I've avoided it.
Yeah,
and I still don't know what to make of Death Stranding. I think a new video actually came out, and I haven't even watched it because I'm like, I don't want to be confused. I'm not watching that shit.
Yeah, and that makes total sense.
There was some kind of drama around Pokemon Sword and Shield recently. I don't remember what it was though.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't remember what it was either. Oh, I think it's like there's no national decks or something like that, meaning you can't really collect them all because you can't get Pokemon from. I think it's you can't get Pokemon from other regions, and like it's introducing us to a whole new generation of Pokemon and a whole new region. So really, you're only getting these new Pokemon. Now, I'm sure they're. You know how companies are. There could be enough backlash that they'll be like, okay, but Nintendo usually doesn't. They don't usually budge.
Yeah, I remember they got. I remember something came out and they got a lot of flack for it around that game. I just don't recall. Maybe that's what it was though. Yeah,
I can't. I remember it happening too, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but I couldn't remember either.
Yeah, I know it was around Pokemon. I was just kind of like, I don't know if I want Pokemon. Honestly, it's just kind of like I feel like I don't really enjoy those style of games anymore, so I probably just won't do it.
Yeah, they're definitely not the same that they used to be. That's for sure.
It's probably nostalgia that really made me like them so much when I was a kid. So I feel like when I go back and play them, I'm just like, I don't know.
I know. Well, it's like, especially people our age, like we talk about, how we used to play Pokemon, yada, 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 but we find ourselves just going back to playing like blue, yellow, and red on the emulator on your computer. Maybe gold and silver. Nothing really beyond that.
Yeah, and part of it, of course, is you living the life of being an adult. You only have so much time. It's not like we're spending all day playing video games like we once did. So it's kind of like I need to pick it wisely and pick the games that I'm getting the most enjoyment out of, and the rest of the games just kind of fall to the wayside. I'm like, nah, I don't have time for that.
For sure, and the old ones were really easy too. Like they're easy to pick up and continue. There's not a lot to remember.
Yeah, definitely. I had I don't know what the fuck I was about to say, actually.
We'll edit that out. It's all right.
No, I'm going to leave it in there. It's just more fun to kind of leave those things in there sometimes.
That's how they know it's real.
So you know there's no script. We're just here like, I don't know. We're going to say things. We'll see how it goes. I would say honestly. So no, what I was thinking was I think Dragon Quest XI is my game of the year so far again this year. It was my game of the year last year, and I finished it, got through the credits, and I knew there was after credit content. I just never did it. I was just kind of like, I don't need to do it. And then I saw a video about a boss, and it's like, yeah, the main boss of the game is actually after the credits, and I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me,
dude. That's the worst.
So I had to go back and play it. Ended up I had like another 10 hours of shit to do. So I just did it one day. I think it was last week while I was out of work with my wisdom teeth issue. I was just like, I'm just going to do it. I was like, it'll take a couple hours. And before I knew it, it was 5 o'clock. I was like, fuck, I spent the whole day doing this.
Is it worth it though?
To me, yeah. I love that game. So it's the best game I've played so far this year, even though I played it last year.
It's just that good.
It's just that good.
I get that.
That's how you'll feel about Borderlands for the next like 5 years.
I mean, I fucking love Borderlands.
He'll hammer through it in a month. He'll get burned out and he just won't admit it.
Oh no! This is exactly what'll happen. You ready?
Yeah.
I will play the absolute fuck out of that game for about a month. Okay. I will slam through it to the point where I hate myself for even playing it. I'll eventually stop. DLC will come out. I won't touch it. DLC 2 will come out. Yeah, okay. Let's check it out. And then I'm back in it, and I'm making a new character, and I'm just repeating this cycle for quite a while, over and over again, where I play nothing but that game until I hate myself. And then I drop it until I get back, until I relapse.
I can tell you what's going to happen for me. I'm going to buy the deluxe edition. I'm going to take the day off. Pat, you and I are going to play it. I'm going to take a break after like 3 hours. I'm going to get offline. I'm not coming back. And I never play it again.
Oh God, please. Like, it's so
I'm going to tell you,
and it hurts
I'm taking lunch. I'll be right back. And then I just don't show back up. And then you don't hear from me until we have our next podcast episode. And you're like, where the fuck were you? I was waiting on you since Thursday.
My character not moving.
He's going to save it for the Are You Fucking Kidding Me? He's like, well, we're here.
You motherfucker. How was your lunch over the past 5 days, you asshole?
It's like those people that text back like 3 weeks later and they're like, sorry, I was sleeping.
Yeah, basically. So that's, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happens with that game for me.
I'll tell you exactly what will happen. I'll get it. I will play the absolute living shit out of it with anyone that can keep up. I'll max a character, maybe max 2 characters, and then I'll have a friend who gets it a couple weeks later, and they're like, you want to run through it with me? And I'm like, no, I don't, because I already maxed 2 characters. Absolutely done.
Like, yeah, get it for PC. You're looking at building one, get it for PC. Play it with me and Chris.
I might.
That would be a good idea, actually. I think that would be a plan. Then I would maybe play for like 4 hours before I take lunch and then don't show up.
And then when you leave me, I have somebody left.
That'll be nice.
That's the worst, though. That's the worst when you get a new game and you're playing that much, because it'll be like if 3 of us were playing together and Chris is like, I'm going to go get lunch. Chris goes and gets lunch. He comes back. We're like 6 levels ahead, and it just never, the gap never closes from there.
And then Chris doesn't want to play anymore.
Yeah, and he's just like,
back ready to play more, sees we're ahead, and he's like, yeah, fuck it.
That wouldn't be so much of an issue with this one, though, because of that system they put in. But on all the other ones,
scaling, yeah.
Yeah, it's less of a problem with this one. Yeah, all the previous ones, it's like, I literally can't kill anything, you guys. And it's like, well, it's just 2 fucking bad. It's what you get for eating, you bitch. Like,
sustenance.
That's what you get for eating, you bitch. Hit the speakerphone. Hot Pocket. It's on its way.
Eating all those damn plants, and now we're 6 levels ahead of you. Yeah, I could see that. Pat, you already took off work for it, right?
No.
Really?
Yeah, not yet.
You're supposed to do that.
Buddy, I will. Don't you worry about it.
To it.
Worst case scenario,
months ago.
I will fucking call out sick. I will call up my... Yeah, I don't think I could come in today.
Does Chris know about this podcast?
Yeah, they don't listen to it.
Oh, okay, that's good. I was going to say, the moment you call out sick, You're calling out sick. Chris plays back this part of the podcast to you over the phone, and you're like, "Welp, you got me."
As you can see, I'm still not gonna come in, but well played.
No, but I really am sick. Like, I didn't know I was going to be sick when we recorded that, but I really am sick. It's unfortunate because I can't even, and then while you're talking, like, super loud, you forgot you left the TV turned up, it's like 2K.
I promise I didn't drink any bleach last night in preparation for this phone call.
I saw on Reddit, under the subreddit called Unethical Life Pro Tips. It's a good one. Yeah, Alex, like,
I like that one.
/r/unethical life pro tips. It is, if you're ever going to call into work, don't try to fake a sick voice. Lay on your bed on your back with your head hanging off, and everything will just start to congest up in your sinuses, and it just makes you sound sick.
And I'm subbed.
I saw another
Sounds
one
like a plan.
that said, I just saw this one today, and I was like, I'm tempted, but it might eat at my conscience a little bit. I might feel too guilty. It's like, oh, do you have to pay to do laundry at your apartment building? Why don't you just go on fucking eBay with the model number of the washer and dryer and buy the key for the quarter lock box? Take quarters out, put them back in, do your laundry.
Shit.
I like that.
I love it.
I was
really
like,
like
oh
that.
my god, that's so fucking genius.
Dude, I'm looking through some of these now because I just subscribed to it. It's these dude. Some of these, like, I thought I was shady. Like, some of these dudes, if a website requires you to enter payment info before getting a free trial, create an account on the Spanish or Belgian PayPal, since those don't require a credit card. Do you own a coffee shop and you need to boost your sales? Trigger the fire alarm in your local office building. The employees will come out and will probably want to grab a drink while they wait. If you fail a drug test for opioids, like morphine or codeine, tell them that you drink poppy seed tea. Okay. Wow.
Goodness.
The Wi-Fi passwords for American Airlines lounges.
Yo,
this is great.
Goodness gracious. Yeah.
I know what I'm doing later.
Just that Reddit, huh?
Mm-hmm. Just gonna lay in bed and read.
Make a little spreadsheet of all the ones that you plan on using.
And then share it on the Discord.
You got to go to the top post of all time.
There are things that everyone wants to do, but no one wants to talk about, and everyone just wants to pretend they don't want to do them.
Oh, I want to buy a key.
I'm on eBay right now.
I'm looking at the shipping fees. Let's see here.
Get the spot. I actually know people that do this. Get the Spotify family plan. You now have 5 open spots to add. Sell those spots to people with for half the price of premium. Win-win. They get premium for half the price, and after 3 spots, your family plan is free. Still 2 spots open.
The top unethical life pro tip of all time on the sub is save business cards of people you don't like. If you ever hit a parked car accidentally, just write sorry on the back and leave it on the windshield.
Wow.
Oh, fucking wow indeed, dude. Holy shit.
Oh my dude, this one, when renting a car, choose a similar model to your own car and swap the tires.
I am in need of new tires.
Dude, oh my god.
That's what this podcast is going to become. It's just unethical tips.
Job wants email addresses instead of phone numbers for references. Write fake names down and make a bunch of fake emails so you can give yourself the reference. All right, I'll be here forever if I don't stop.
It's so good.
The end of your day. All right, so let's see. Let's move along here before this consumes the rest of the episode.
You're right. Very right.
So any gaming news for either of you guys that you've seen recently that you want to discuss?
I mean, I've read I've read an interesting couple things lately. One of them I'm kind of saving for the "Are you fucking kidding me" section, but it's like a positive one, but it's still pretty weird. Aside from that, I know like the Fortnite World Cup is big right now. Um, the Bethesda thing has been a popular topic. Oh, new battle royale map for Fallout 76 because that's what we all needed. I know I've been waiting for that for
Oh
one.
my god! About
That's what everybody wants in
time.
Fallout.
Like fuck.
Oh my god. Fucking Bethesda.
Now I'll
What
pick
are they
it up.
doing?
That's the only thing I needed.
Oh, actually, yeah, I did. I think I read this a couple days ago. The Steam. Did anybody read about the Steam economy taking a complete fucking dive?
No.
So
Wait, say again?
So you know how Steam basically has their own like community economy where you can like sell certain things for money. Yeah. So it's in absolute chaos, or at least it was a couple days ago. I haven't read since, but I remember reading this a few days ago. There was a glitch discovered in Team Fortress 2
Oh
that
yeah.
that guarantees players rare items from these old crates. So all these people who had old crates just sitting in their inventory that are worth about 10 cents, those crates were guaranteed to drop extremely rare items. So as you could imagine, the crate, like the cost of the crates went from like 15 cents to like $15. And the whole economy just went crazy because just tons and tons of rares were being pumped into the game and stuff like that. Valve came out and they marked all the they were a little too late, but there were a couple posts of people who made like a couple $1,000s off of it, and then Valve came out and marked all the items as untradeable, or they locked them until they figure out what they're going to do. I actually haven't followed up to see what they did since or if they did anything, but I thought that was pretty interesting. I think it happened on Friday.
Sounds like a shit show.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
As per usual.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Yeah, the Bethesda stuff's been getting a lot of news since QuakeCon because of their releasing the classic Doom games, but then requiring a Bethesda login to actually play anything.
It's just such bullshit though. Like that, I think that includes the original Doom, right? Like it includes the first.
It's the first three. Yeah, and it's funny because I mean they got so much shit for it, and there's some good memes out there. Like there's people posting like Sonic, when the levels load in, but instead of showing the level name, it's like please log into Bethesda.
Yeah, I've seen
all
that
like, kind of shit.
I've seen like a Symphony of the Night one where like Richter gets to Dracula and Dracula's like, you must log into your Bethesda.net account to continue.
Yeah. I love
I've
that.
seen a bunch of those.
They're
but like,
supposed to be removing it though because of all this shit, but it's like I don't understand what the fuck they're doing anymore, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, so first of all, it's obviously bullshit. Second of all, it's awesome that so many memes have spawned from it, but the fact that they're just gonna on a whim be like, okay, we'll remove it, like that just shows you how much bullshit it was in the first place. That they can just be like, okay, yeah, they'll double back and just remove it. Like Doom came out in 1993. Like that game has no fucking online component at all. Why would you need to be logged into your Bethesda account unless they're just data mining?
Yeah, I don't understand what the fuck Bethesda's doing anymore. They've gone so off the rails with like all this bullshit. Like I feel like after like leading up to Fallout 76, they've just like nosedived and they're just like out to kill themselves. I don't understand what they're doing.
I agree. They really did. Like they've been batting zeros lately.
I mean, the Fallout 76 stuff was nonstop news for months. There was always something. Like every single fucking week, you would go on YouTube. It's like, oh, they did something again. God damn it.
My favorite was the banning the guy who had the most time played in their game.
Well, they just opened like a survival thing, and they banned like or they did some kind of change that like kicked out some of the top players in the survival mode now. Like what the fuck? Wow. It's just nonstop. They cannot seem to get a handle on anything. It's ridiculous.
I know. There's a part of me that honestly feels bad because like they're just they can never pick all the pieces up before they drop it again.
Hey, when you suck, you know?
Yeah, basically.
That's the worst
and the fact
part
that they just
sucked.
Yeah, they haven't always. They've actually released some good games, and they still have some good games out there. That it just seems like every game they've touched over the last year, they've just put right into the toilet. Like Wolfenstein Youngblood came out, people hate that game, and then you got Fallout 76, which people hate. It doesn't really. I'm not really looking forward to Doom now because I'm scared they're going to ruin the shit out of that thing. And then you got Elder Scrolls coming out at some point. How are they going to fuck that one? They're going to have loot boxes and all kinds of shit in there.
It's scary. Like, it really does. I mean, when you say it like that, especially, it really does seem like they have their eggs in too many baskets. Like, just go back to the old way. Go back to the way it was with 12-year developments between Elder Scrolls titles, and we'll be fine. Like,
yeah, and Rage 2 came out. That didn't get received well either. Actually,
I'm
that
sure
came out a couple months ago. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
Matt liked Rage 2, didn't he?
I was talking to him the other day. He's got some things that he's not a big fan of, but he hasn't really put a lot of time into it. Because I saw the Steam put it on discount with the QuakeCon, and I think it was like 80% off or something. And I was like, maybe. But I read the reviews again, and I was like, yep, that's why I didn't buy it the first time. I remember now.
There's a reason it's 80% off.
Yeah, because it's not selling. That's so dumb. Did you watch any of the Fortnite World Cup?
You talking to me or Pat? Okay.
Either. Did either of you watch any of it?
I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Couldn't bring yourself to do it.
I didn't watch any of it, but I did keep up with some of the news and stats that were going on. Like, I know that kid that won, and I apologize, can't remember his name. I know it was a unique name.
16.
Oh, Booga for the solos.
Yes, thank you. He took away like $3 million, right?
Yeah, $3 million for the top prize. It was 1.8 per second. I think they were giving like 30 million away or something this weekend at the tournament. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, like, because I did see that there were 4 players. I think there were 4 players who scored literally 0 points, and they still took home 50 grand.
50, just being in top 100, you take home 50 grand. Which is
I mean, that's pretty cool. Supposedly they were really good sports about it.
I mean, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, right.
You didn't get any points. Like, what are you gonna do? Look, we paid you to suck.
That.
Thanks for showing up. Like, come on. I assume it gets taxed similar to like gambling money or something like that. I don't know. You're probably losing 35% of that immediately.
Yuck. Oof.
You walk out, and I mean, the problem is these kids probably don't even know what to do with this money. So I don't know. It's probably not going to be a blessing for them. It's going to be a burden.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the video of the kid playing Monopoly? He's crying, right? He's just like full on bawling, playing Monopoly, and someone's recording him. They're like, "What's wrong? Why are you crying?" He's like, "I lost all my money." And they're like, "Why?" And he's like, "Taxes." It's just
it happens.
Like a minute and a half video of him crying about taxes and how stupid they are.
That poor kid, he has no idea.
Yeah.
He'll never make it.
I know. If you don't like it, Monopoly. Oh.
I'm gonna try to find it.
I did see an interesting piece from the Fortnite World Cup because there were multiple divisions, right? Like there was a duos. Okay.
Yeah, duos, solos, and I think celebrity duos or something like that too. Because Ninja and a couple other people were there competing and stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw a really, really interesting one. So apparently, a little while back, this duo named like XXIF and Ronaldo, they were. I hear you laughing, Pat. You found the video.
Yeah, I did.
Well, this duo, they got caught cheating in a tournament by kill feeding, so they got dropped by their esports team, and then they served a 14-day ban from competitive play. And then right after their ban was lifted, they qualified for the duo finals. Mm-hmm. And when they got killed and lost in the duo finals, the entire crowd just erupted into cheers. And
that's hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
That.
So do I. It was interesting to see, and people were like, "How do you think that affects their mental health?" and yada yada yada. And I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, I guess I should have saved that till the end of the podcast. But I was like, "Are you fucking kidding?" Literally 2 weeks ago, got caught cheating. Like, what did you think was going to happen?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I mean, I don't play Fortnite. I don't like it. I didn't think I would enjoy watching it, but I actually got into it. I ended up watching all 6 games and being pretty invested, honestly. I was surprised. Dude,
that's what a lot of people told me. A lot of people said, like, even... So I'm not a Fortnite player either. I mean, I have played it before. It's just not my cup of tea. But I've heard from several people who don't play that they were watching it and it actually wasn't bad. It was interesting to hear like the commentary, a lot of strategy, and just to hear what all really, really goes into it from that.
Yeah, it was pretty
professional
interesting.
Play.
And just watching some of the kids, I mean, Booga being 16, I think, and there was a kid, King, who was, doing a lot, at least early on. I don't think he finished top 10 when it was all said and done, but he was 13, which was the minimum age to join the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he finished like top 15, I think, though. It's crazy. I think when I saw it, he ended up taking home I don't know, I think it was like $100,000 or something ridiculous. And I was like, that's crazy. At 13 years old, I don't know what I would do with that kind of money. That's ridiculous.
Mom probably took it.
Yeah, that's true.
About
it's
time.
Not your money anymore.
Been waiting for this to pay off, buying you all those damn video games.
Yeah, basically.
All right, Pat, let's send it on over. Come on.
Buddy, I did. It's out there. It's in the general chat.
Oh, general.
Oh, I didn't even look. The only other thing I saw news-wise, which was just random, was there was a streamer that was playing Escape from Tarkov, and his cat got up on his computer tower and threw up into his computer. Disconnected him from Twitch.
Hilarious.
Dude, if you have a link for that one, I want to see that, because that's...
Of him just
hilarious.
like, oh, what are you doing? And then disconnect from Twitch. Yeah.
Dude, that's...
I'll have to find it again.
It's
so he posted a photo of it looked like Frisky's like cat food just threw up all over the top of his tower. It was so gross. Pat, you need to be on the watch for Schmidt. He's going to throw up on your computer.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a link for that. So this fucking kid crying during Monopoly. Someone's like, "You don't like what?" And throws like $200 of Monopoly money right here, get out of my face. Shut up.
Quit your bitching, kid.
It only gets worse from there.
Yeah, I can't find. I'm YouTube and I can't find this cat vomiting on the computer.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up. I can't remember. I saw the video. I can't remember where I found it at. And then the only other thing, which I didn't know anything about, we had talked about launchers, Epic Game Store and Origins and EA's bullshit launcher and Steam's launcher and how all the games are, in 8 different launchers at this point.
Right.
I didn't know, but GOG, so CD Projekt Red, their website, they're coming out with Galaxy 2.0, which is a all-in-one launcher for all games across all platforms.
Holy
which
shit,
I didn't know
genius.
about. Yeah, so you can actually import your game files from like Xbox and PS4 and other consoles and stuff, and it brings over all your achievements and everything like that. You can launch the games from for your computer inside the launcher, but it does obviously have to open up the launcher to do it, but it lets you track all the games that you have and stuff under one platform.
Jesus Christ, hold me up. That's a 2000 IQ move right there.
Yeah. And go figure, it comes from CD Projekt Red, honestly. I mean,
I know
those guys, I tell you.
I know they're the silent killer, man. They're doing awesome.
I think they're probably one of the best developers out there right now.
I shouldn't say this because I don't 100% know this, but from their appearances, they seem pretty transparent about what they do, and which is, in my opinion, pretty important. But
I think recently they even announced that they were not going to do any kind of pre-order bonuses for 2077. I think they basically stiffed EA, and they were like, "Fuck you guys, we're not doing any pre-order bonuses. Like, if you want to buy our game and support us, great. If you don't, that's fine."
Yeah,
that's fine either way. So I don't know. They just seem like they're like the upstanding citizen of the gaming community, I feel like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's one of those like the hero we all need until whatever they're doing in the background comes to light, and then we get all upset. But
we don't deserve them though, because we support EA and all these other shit companies. We don't deserve them. They're too good for us. Oh, did you hear about the casino that got added to GTA?
I did hear about that, but I don't play GTA.
Yeah, neither do I. But they added a casino on the online version. It got banned in 50 countries almost immediately.
Damn.
Go figure.
That's crazy.
I mean, we've already got loot boxes, which are close enough, but
right?
We're just going to add legit gambling into the game at this point. That
doesn't surprise me. That's just Rockstar being Rockstar. They don't give a fuck about anything.
And of course, you can spend real life money to get.
I was about to ask you
to gamble at the casino.
Right. I mean, aside from the whole being able to buy money cards and shark cards and whatnot, there's no real money implementation, right? It's just you're just gambling with your in-game money.
My understanding is it depends on the region. There are some regions where you can't spend real life money, but then there are some regions where you can. But I understand that they put some kind of cap on how much you can spend real life money to try and actually, keep people from gambling addiction, that kind of thing. But I'm like, if you really cared about that, you probably just shouldn't add it.
Yeah, right. The cap doesn't do shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make 5 accounts. We're good.
Yeah, I was going to say people are just going to make multiple accounts and they're just going to continue to do what they want to do.
That's so weird. Like the way I envision it, I picture like a Grand Theft Auto casino where you're using like your in-game money, but it's not like you can cash out that in-game money for anything unless you're able to like. I don't really know if anything in the Grand Theft Auto online universe like holds any real-world value like MMOs do or anything. But I mean, I guess you could like load an account up with a whole bunch of really cool exotic shit and then sell the account. But I can't imagine you'd be able to cash out the in-game money for anything.
Yeah, it's a weird time to be in gaming, honestly, because you've got some companies that are doing things that are really good, and then you've got some companies that are just out there trying to nickel and dime you for everything and like psychologically take advantage of you. And it's a really weird, I don't know. It's very strange what's going on.
For sure.
Pat, what are you doing?
I'm just listening to you guys.
Your mic is like kicking in and out.
Really?
Sitting there. Yeah, it was on and off, on and off.
Just sitting here staring into nothing, listening to you guys do your thing. Listening to you guys,
Did you decide on a headset yet?
Well, I was pretty into the Sennheiser, right? Like, I was pretty close to actually pulling the trigger on it, and then I discovered that other one today.
Right.
And so now I'm a little unsure of what to do because like the mic on that one sounds fantastic, but no noise canceling. So I play in a loud room, it would pick up fucking everything. I could switch to push to talk, but why would I do that?
Yeah, it's kind of obnoxious.
Yeah. So it's still looking like we're leaning toward the one of the Sennheiser GSPs. But I've also now started looking at keyboards.
Oof.
Whole nother rabbit hole.
Yeah. It's gonna run you a pretty penny.
Yeah, so I found where I can make custom ones, which is amazing, and then I also found this ducky that I really like, and
that white ducky, yeah.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. I can get whatever switch I want on it too. I'm getting those blues. I got to get that click, 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 click. Oh, I love that.
I think mine has red.
Does Razer only have the greens? They're the only ones that do the greens, right? Because it's their switch.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, blue's nice. I mean, I have browns in mine because I think the K95s only come with the cherry speeds, which are the linear shitty ones I told you about, or the browns. So, which browns are fine. They're softer than blues, but they're not too far off, honestly.
Browns still have that tactile bump, right?
Yep.
But no real click to them.
They do still have click to them. It's just softer than blues.
Just a little bit.
He wants a really aggressive click.
Yeah, the blues are what you want
like,
if you want to blow the ears off of people.
Yeah, and I'm typing up like a big paragraph. I want people to be annoyed by it.
Yeah, since I use my K95 for work, I wanted the browns because I type notes while I'm on the phone with people, and I don't want them thinking that I'm like anger typing while I'm trying to give them recommendations. I'm like, yeah, guys, we should do this, and I'm like angrily typing over here. I'm like, because I had blues before on an old keyboard, and people used to be like, "Are you okay? Like, is everything fine?" I'm like, "Things are good." And I'm like, "It just sounds like you're beating the shit out of your keyboard." And I'm like, "I'm just typing. That's all it is."
Maybe I should get browns though.
I don't know. It's not like you have to use it for work. You're allowed to annoy your fiance with your keyboard. I mean, that's just part of your right.
You know what? You're right, Christopher.
Please don't play this back to her.
Why should I not get blue?
No, fuck.
Dude, oh my god. Drop your phone and leave it on, break the screen, leave it on the floor and wait for someone to step on it and then blame the damage on them and make them pay for repairs.
Get off of it. Get off of that subreddit. What are you doing?
Oh my god. This discussion is derailed so badly. All right, so what is this are you fucking kidding me section that we have today, which we haven't had in I don't even know how many episodes.
Well, I tried to cook something up. Like I have two. So I originally had one that I was like, I guess I could use this as my "Are you fucking kidding me?" Because that's kind of how I reacted when it happened. But then in between time, I actually found one that I thought it was kind of cool. So it's like a positive "Are you fucking kidding me?" So I think this was yesterday actually. Esports competition, competitive farming simulator. So literally an esports tournament where there are people competing playing farming simulator. They held their first competitive esports tournament, and I know what you're thinking. Are you fucking kidding me? How does somebody win at farming simulator? So I looked, and the rules are pretty basic. It's like 2 teams of 3 players compete in separate areas of one large farm to see which can harvest the most wheat in 15 minutes. And then it's like, it sounds simple, but apparently there's a whole bunch of variables, such as like different tractors and different size tractors that move at different speeds and produce wheat at different times. And I guess from what I was reading, somebody commented and they were like, the most tense moment of the finals of that entire competition came when one of the team's upper barn windows got blocked by a rogue bale. Like that you throw these hay bales onto this like conveyor belt, and the conveyor belt goes into the top window of the barn, and that's where like the points are gained. So like they throw all these hay bales onto the conveyor belt, and one gets stuck, like wedged in the top window. So now all these hay bales are like piling up behind it, and apparently that was the most tense moment in the entire competition. But wow. I was just like, I laughed about it, but the guy who won, they took home like 13 grand. But I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like in a positive way. I thought that was pretty cool.
I need like commentary. I need to find like a Twitch video. Right? Yeah, I need a Twitch video with commentary of like, and look at Jake over here playing this corn. Oh my god, he's going for the.
I know. I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna post it after we're done here, because I honestly, like, I was reading about it on Reddit. I didn't like look up any video, but I was imagining the exact same team or the exact same thing. Like one guy like on the commentary just getting super hyped up, like screaming, "Holy shit! Look at that clog!" And all the hay bales are just falling off the conveyor belt. All those lost points.
Oh man, it's not looking too good for Steve over there.
FarmCon,
I know, they gotta do something about that hay bale.
FarmCon 2020.
There's a watch button. I'm clicking that, and I'm gonna
pause it and save it.
Yeah, I have to see this. I have to see this.
I know, dude. Like the reactions, but the reactions that I was reading from people, like even if you're not into that game, like a lot of people were saying it was actually like a really, really chill.
I want to be into it. I want the commentary to be so good that I'm all of a sudden into it. And all of a sudden I'm on Steam looking at the prices of Farming Simulator. I'm like, I could get into this. I could do me some farming.
Dude, I know, like it gets big and then all of a sudden you have like these like swarms of people who like do not give a shit about the game whatsoever, like wanting to become Farming Simulator pros, and like they just crack the whole thing open and there's all these like super, super complicated methods on how to do it, and it just propels. It'd be awesome.
I would love and hate that at the same time.
What's that?
Pat's like, yo, Alex, you trying to come play some RuneScape with me, or you wanna squad up in Diablo? And I'm like, nah, man, my team's meeting up. We got a Farming Simulator comp tomorrow.
I don't know. I really gotta check my crops.
Hold on, let me minimize Farmville. Let me minimize Harvest Moon. Here we go. Okay. So yeah, I thought that was super interesting, but like I said, it was a positive kind of like, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, I think it's kind of cool that games like that are getting a little more exposure. I don't know how I feel about it being like a straight up esport, but then again, I mean, just about anything could be an esport at this point.
Okay, so I found a Hero Fest 2018 championship live. Okay, and it is. I mean, day 2, 7 hours long on YouTube with commentary. I'm watching this shit. This is.
I gotta watch all 7 hours.
I mean, we don't know yet. It could very well go that way. It could be that I started out. I'm like, I don't know what's happening, and then 20 minutes in, I'm like, I'm invested. Jimmy, come on,
I know. I know. Chris likes his 8 hours sleep, but like 5 hours from now, Pat, we're gonna forget, and there's gonna be like a notification where he's like, guys, it's like, if you start now, we can talk about it in the morning. Like,
no, you guys are gonna log into Discord tomorrow, and it's gonna show me as active. It's gonna be like playing farming simulator, and be like, oh shit,
holy shit, he did it.
It's happened. And then you look at my Steam progression, and Pat's like, he's already put in 8 hours. It's 9 a.m.
What if you open it up and you turn on the commentaries like really vulgar? Just like, all right, who's ready for some fucking farming, boys? Oh my God, Jimmy, your fucking crops are all willy-dilly. They're not even straight lines.
I don't know if you've ever seen Trailer Park Boys, but I want that as like the commentary. Like yeah, that's what I need. That would be amazing.
Look, I can't play without cursing.
That would be awesome.
I'd be into that.
So yeah, we'll have to give a little recap on that, or you'll have to give a little recap on that next week and let people know.
I'm posting this in the Discord, and everybody needs to get on board. Like this is stupid good stuff. Here we go. Farming Simulator Championship. Like let's go.
The thumbnail looks so aggressive. It looks like it's like an advertisement for a chainsaw.
It's intense. Like they drink monsters and they farm. They're not fucking around.
Oh my God. You can pitch that so well. You can pitch that so well. They're like, fuck in-game farming. We're just gonna make farming a game. No more farming bosses.
They're sponsored by Gigabyte. Like, look at them. Amazing.
So that was my first one, and then the second one's less exciting than that. But this was my original thought, so I'll include it anyway. So, as Pat knows, I'm hosting a clan event on RuneScape for the clan that I'm in. There's about roughly 30 or so of us, and I'm hosting a competition through the whole month of August. Starts the 1st, it ends the 31st, and basically it's kind of like a scavenger hunt / task list. Basically, we have 20 people signed up, split into 4 teams of 5 people, and everyone gets handed this one like master sheet or master list, and it's just a bunch of tasks on it. Some of them being like, every time you get this rare drop from this boss, it's worth this many points. Some of them are, if you get this kind of treasure reward, you get this many points, stuff like that. And then some of them are silly ones like find a popular streamer in game and get them to give you a shout out and all that kind of stuff. So, and Pat can attest to this, I spent hours, like cumulatively, like days. I spent serious time working on like the task sheet, the master sheet, with all the points, all the, we had a lot of discussions on how we're going to do it. So finally last night, I published this list. Well, actually, I was getting ready to publish it, and I gave one of the really high level people like a sneak preview to take a look at it and give his thoughts. And he was really, really nice about it. And like, he was like he was like, first of all, I appreciate everything that you put into this, yada, yada, yada. But it basically was just like, he absolutely shit on the entire thing. Like just, he actually just PM'd me like right now at this moment. So he's probably listening, but he just absolutely shit on the entire thing. He's like, bro, this is so fucking unbalanced. Like you need to fix this. And I'm like, yeah, fuck me. Right. Like, cool. Like just spent 2 weeks working on this sheet, and now I got to fix it in 2 days. Like basically rebalance the entire point system. But he did give some really good advice on how to do it. But he ripped the whole thing apart, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me, dude?" Like that's
that's the worst.
He trashed it, but honestly, I think I made some big revisions last night and today, and we are better off for it. Like it looks, right. I think it's a lot more balanced and a lot better. So it's nothing against him. I was just like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Like you just came in here, ripped apart every single component of my list. Like the tasks and stuff, the ideas were good. He said the points were just unbalanced. Like he's like, certain people are going to be doing this nonstop for a month. And if you want a proper spread, you need to, do it this way. And this is why. So I respected it, but I was still like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Like two days before we start.
Yeah. I had also put a good bit of time into it. Like, not as much time as Alex. This is Alex's baby. But I was helping him with it. And, like, I made the boss list and listed the items and put, like, what we had agreed we were going to do for points with them and, like, color-coded stuff and got images of the bosses in there. And then Alex messages me and he's like, yes, so he's looking at it and he's trashing the whole thing. And exact same. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? What is he saying? Send me screenshots.
Yeah, Pat. Yeah, he was. He was like, he was
Give me
like,
his
what is
phone
he?
number.
He's like, what is he saying? So I'm like, I'm putting screenshots in so Pat can see what the dude's saying. And Pat, like 2 screenshots in, Pat's like, fuck this, start a chat. So I literally started a whole new like text channel chat with the 3 of us, and it was just really funny because like I told him beforehand, I was like, dude, we like this is our first time doing this, so we definitely like appreciate any constructive criticism. And like I said, he was super cool about it. So there's like no hard feelings. But Pat comes in, he's like, all right, what do we got? Like that's literally all he said. I was like, all right, let me see it.
I think what made me the most mad about it, personally, was everything he said was right. I was like, fuck, man, like I can't even go against this and like keep all our work and maybe only tweak a couple things. Like he's correct.
No, he was. That's why I said like we definitely came out better for it. But the real like core part of the whole thing, I think that made me the most mad was that we like Pat and I, we had like a discussion with our friend, the 3 of us that put the sheet together. It was like mainly me, and the 2 of them contributed a whole bunch as well. So like we put a lot of time into like, okay, how are we going to calculate these points? Well, we'll do if we do it on this. Like we based it all off of RNG. So it's like whatever the drop rate of a specific item is basically correlates to how many points it's going to be worth. And like, you know, it probably took us a solid like 2 days to come up with how we were going to do this stuff. And this kid came in and in 2 minutes was like, so this is fucked up. This is what you should do. And then like when he did that, we were like, fuck, he's right. Like it took him 2 minutes to come up with what took us 2 days. And what we came up with in 2 days was wrong.
Well, it's a good thing you got extra eyes on it.
The big thing that really turned it around was we didn't take into consideration difficulty of the bosses. You know, so like this boss and his item might have the same drop rate as this boss and their item, but that boss is 10 times harder and requires 3 people to do. So why would anyone fucking do that boss?
Right. When they could just farm an easier boss over and over and over.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I pretty much was like, you're right. So at that moment, I gave him edit rights and was like, give me like a soft idea of how you would do some of these, just so I have like a baseline to go off of. And he did. He kind of took the wheel for a couple minutes and he went in and he's like, so this is what I would do. And again, he was cool the whole time. He was like, if you don't like this, like, I totally get it. He's like, but this is what I would do. And he like kind of like put parenthesis, like, this is what I would do for here. This is what I would do for this. And like, I sat down last night and looked at it and I was like, I like it. I was like, I like it a lot more. And it did turn out for the better, but still, like in that moment, I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
So much work.
Yeah, he was super respectful. So like, it's just what pissed me off. Again, what pissed me off the most was that he was right. And it's not that he was right. It was just that I couldn't be like, yeah, but like our way still works fine. So like, well, maybe we do that next time, you know, but nope, not in any way, shape, or form.
But that's all I have for the Are You Fucking Kidding Me?
2 weeks of work to get shot down immediately. Pat, anything else for you?
No, I think that's gonna be it.
Oh my lord! In the middle of a puff there.
He wasn't expecting. He's like, no.
Yeah. Like I mute whenever I go to take puff,
and then that's
like,
when I call
anything
you
else.
out.
I was like, oh shit, get it out.
I see you mute. So I'm like, now's the time.
Get him.
Get at him. All right, Pat. We'll take us out of this episode.
Wait. I thought we were closing the Are You Fucking
Alex
Kidding Me
has
part.
a shout out, right?
I do. I have one little closing comment. So, and it's a shameless plug. I've heard you guys do some shameless plugs.
No, we've not.
I've heard you guys do shameless plugs on your own podcast, so I'm gonna do.
Rude.
But dude, there's a trade-off here. There's a trade-off here because you'll get a plug as well. So,
all right, plug me. Ooh,
all right,
that's not good. Don't plug me.
Yes, Daddy.
Okay. So, my coworker, if anybody out there is into Rocket League. My coworker is a streamer who's building his community, and he's doing pretty well. He's got a couple hundred people on his Facebook group and all that fun stuff. And he's a super cool guy. His name is GG Fire. That's capital G space FYRE. Find him on Facebook and go hit him up. He hosts tournaments and shit all the time. And he's my friend. He's a cool dude. So I was just like, I'm guest speaking on a podcast. I'll give you as a shout out, and he'll probably give us a shout out back just to help each other out. So I thought it was cool.
GG Fire on Twitch, right?
No, he actually hosts, he actually does all of his stuff strictly on Facebook. I guess Facebook, in his opinion, is a better platform to host on. I don't know if it's because of donations or
I think they're less
how much
restrictive.
they take. Yeah, that's the idea that I was getting based on what he was saying. But I said the same thing. I was like, dude, why aren't you on Twitch? And he was like, I did a lot of research, and really, if you want more exposure, you start somewhere like Facebook where it's just constantly popping up in friends of friends feeds, and it's working for him. I mean, he's got a couple hundred people in his crew, so I mean, he's doing something right. And he does play more than Rocket League. Just Rocket League's his main shit right now.
Gotcha. Cool. I'll throw it on the website too.
Yeah. Dope. And can you spell it out one more time for us?
That's capital G space capital F lowercase YRE GG Fire.
And there you have it, folks. Check him out.
That's all I got.
Cool. Anything else, Chris?
Nope, none for me.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Pixel Perfect Gaming. This was episode 31. Did we even say that at the start? I don't know if we did. We totally did, Patrick. You dumb fucking idiot. Cut it. Just cut the episode. I'm done. Just get it over with.
God damn it. I really want to edit it right there. Just cut the episode. Just
no closing music. Just
no closing music this week.
Just play the TV static noise, the record scratch. Thanks for tuning in to episode 31, because we have established that already. And Alex, thanks for tuning in guesting with us once again. All right, guys. I'm burning here, okay? I'm falling downstairs. No one's trying to help me. I'm dying. I'm drowning. Lend me a hand here, okay? Thanks.
Hey, thanks.
I love all of you. Goodbye.
Oh my god. What a shit show.